Hello students, how are you? Today we are going to study some basic concepts of chemistry. We know very well that chemistry is the scientific study of the properties and behavior of matter. When we study chemistry, it means we are learning about matter, right? We are doing a study of matter. And what is a matter? Matter is anything that occupies space and has mass in it. Matter is anything that occupies space and has mass in it. And what is the smallest thing that makes matter? So, atom is the smallest unit of matter. Atom is the smallest unit of matter. What does it mean? Smallest unit means atom is the smallest thing that makes matter. Previously, it is said that atom is indivisible, but now it has been proved that atom is divided into subatomic particles, and these subatomic particles are called electrons, protons, and neutrons. Electrons are positively charged particles, electrons are negatively charged particles, protons are positively charged, and neutrons have no charge. When we look inside the atom, we can see a nucleus, and inside the nucleus there are protons and neutrons. As protons has positive charge and neutrons has no charge, so this nucleus will be of plus charge. So there will be a positive charge on the nucleus, and this nucleus is surrounded by negatively charged electrons, right? Electrons are bounded to the atom because of this positively charged nucleus, because this nucleus has plus charge, and because of this plus charge there may be a force of attraction, and because of this force of attraction these electrons are not going to run away from here, and this force of attraction is called electrostatic force. Electrostatic force. So this force is electrostatic force. Because of this electrostatic force of attraction, electrons are revolving here. The number of proton and number of neutron is called mass number. Number of proton plus number of neutron is called mass number or nucleon number. Okay. And number of proton is equal to atomic number. Atomic number, right? And it means when number of proton is equal to atomic number, we can find out the number of neutron by subtracting the atomic number from mass number. One more thing, number of proton is equal to number of electron also. Number of electron also. This proton has plus charge and electron has negative charge. These are some basic things about atom. Okay. When we look inside the periodic table, we can see there are 118 elements. We have 118 to 120 elements, and these elements are arranged in a shelf-like structure, and this structure is called periodic table, right? So here we can see certain groups and periods. Groups are vertical columns. Groups are vertical columns. See, this one is group. These are groups, and these horizontal lines are periods. These horizontal lines are periods, and these vertical columns are called groups. These horizontal lines are periods. So we can see group 1, group 2, group 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and these are 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. We can use group 3, group 4, group 5, group 6, group 7, and group 8 for these groups. We can say like this, right? So this group 1 and group 2 is called S block, and this one is D block, and these are called P block. Okay. See, this group represents the group number represents the number of valence electron in element present. Number of valence electron is represented by group number. Suppose this is the group 2, it means all of the member of this group has two number of electrons in their outermost shell. Similarly, in group 3, as it is a boron family, so all elements has three number of valence electron. Similarly, carbon family has four number of valence electron in their outermost shell. But there is one more term that is called valency. Valency is the combining capacity of element. As these are halogen, right? They have seven number of electrons in their outermost shell. It means their valency will be 1 because they need one more electron to fulfill their outermost shell. Okay. No, none of the element want to live independently. Elements cannot live independently except noble gases, as they have their complete octet. So they need to form bond. They need to form bond to complete their octet. So to complete their octet, they make bonds. Like, see, these are in group 1, they all are alkali metal. In group 2, they all are alkali earth metals, right? Here, so alkali metal means water soluble bases. The metal, those are in basic natures. Metals are basic, metals form basic oxides, right? The characteristic property of metal is they lose electron and they form cation, and non-metals gain electron to and form anion. So what metals do? They form ionic bond with non-metal. Metal and non-metal. Suppose sodium, when we talk about sodium metal, sodium has 11 number of electrons, so its electronic configuration will be 281, right? So see, and when we arrange these electrons, just a minute, when we arrange these electrons, so it will be like this: 2 8 and 1. So what sodium will do? It needs to lose one electron to fulfill its outermost shell, as it required 8 number of electrons in outermost shell. It needs to fulfill its octet. So what sodium do? Look here. I'm just going to draw outermost shell. It has one number of electron in its outermost shell. It is a metal. It is a metal atom. And on the other hand, when we look on the non-metals like chlorine has 17 number of electrons, right? So the electronic configuration of chlorine will be 2 at 8 7. I'm just going to draw the outermost electron in chlorine. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. It has 7 electron in its outermost shell. So chlorine needs one more electron to fulfill its outermost shell, and sodium needs to give one electron. As in its inner shell, sodium has 8 number of electrons: 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So after losing one electron, it has 8 number of electron in its outermost shell. So it will get its complete octet after giving one electron, and chlorine will get its octet complete after getting one electron. So after giving one electron, sodium become positively charged and chlorine become negatively charged. And this positively charged atom is called cation. Now it is an ion, and chlorine is also an ion, right? So this kind of bonding is called ionic bonding. This kind of bonding is called ionic bonding. It occurs between metals and non-metals. Ionic bonding occurs between metals and non-metals. Similarly, non-metals also form bonding. Non-metals form bonding. Sometimes non-metals makes bond with non-metals. When non-metals form bonds with non-metals, this kind of bonding known as covalent bonding. Covalent bond. Non-metals with non-metals form covalent bond. And what is the meaning of this covalent bond? Here, both of non-metal and non-metal make sharing of the electrons. As when we see carbon atom, what will be the atomic number of carbon? So carbon's atomic number is 6. Just see, look here. Look here in periodic table. This is carbon. It has 6 atomic number. The number that is written over the element are atomic number, and the number that is written on the base of the element are mass number. So atomic number of carbon is 6. Atomic number of carbon is 6, and its electronic configuration will be 2 4. So it means here 4 number of electron are present in the outermost shell of carbon. Now carbon needs to fulfill its octet to get stability. So what carbon do? Carbon makes bonds with 4 hydrogen atoms. See, hydrogen has 1 electron in its outermost shell. So what they will do? They will share the electron. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 number of electrons are present in the outermost shell of carbon. And as hydrogen is one shelled element, so it needs only 2 electrons to complete its shell, outermost shell. And hydrogen's valence shell is also fulfilled, and carbon's valence shell is also fulfilled. So this kind of bonding is known as covalent bonding, right? And another kind of bonding will be metallic bonding. It occurs between metals and metals. Metallic bonding occurs because of delocalized electrons, right? Delocalized electrons are free electrons. They jump from their valence shell, and they start moving here and there. Because of this characteristic, because of these free electrons or delocalized electrons, metals are have good conductor of electricity. Metals can conduct electricity. They have conducting properties. So this is the metallic bonding. Okay. Let's come back to the periodic table. We were talking about the periodic table. These group 1 is alkali metal, group 2 is alkali earth metal, right? So, and this portion that is called D block, it consists of all transition elements. These are transition elements. I'm writing here transition elements. Transition elements. Transition elements have variable oxidation state. They have variable oxidation state. Okay. They form colored compound. Okay. Next, they are good catalyst. They are good catalyst.